Hello, everyone, and welcome to State of the Realm. We're a day late because I was a day sick. I had some other stuff I had to do that day, but it worked out. So I'm feeling a little better today, and we are ready to talk about patch 7.2's preliminary patch notes. Reminder, no job changes in these ones. We'll be getting the job changes probably between 7 and 8 p.m. on Monday, although we should realistically have them already. But let's get into it. I'm one of your hosts, Mrhappy, and of course joining me is Sly. Hi.
Hi, who is not down with the sickness. Ooh,
And you don't like when I make the same joke over and over again.
No, I always make that joke anyway, because everybody as of recent has been down with the sickness. And I'm wondering why. Is something going around? I'm perfectly fine. But
Come make out with me. We'll find out if it's going around.
Yeah, I'm good on that front.
I'll spit in one of your drinks real quick, and then we'll see if it's contagious.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
We'll just share a bev.
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I don't know. It's rare that I get sick, especially, because I very rarely have contact with human beings. So it's like, if it is contagious, I don't know how I got it.
I mean, I go grocery shopping every now and then, but I'm just, I'm pretty careful. I use the hand sanitizer there. I use the wipes and whatnot.
Yeah, I do the same. At the gym. I do the same here. And my gym is like, the hours I go are mostly dead. So if I was gonna get anything from the gym, I'd get COVID from the gym, because
holy crap,
that's like the number one thing I think I would contract from the gym. But my gym's pretty anal about the cleaning situation. So I don't know. And I haven't been to, actually, no, it wouldn't make any sense. I haven't been to the gym all week. I've had other plans that have kept me out of the gym. It's nice to get a week off the gym. Yeah, it definitely couldn't be the gym. I haven't been to the gym all week. Literally, it's been 7 days since I've been to the gym. Get back on that once I'm not sick anymore.
There you go.
So maybe it was delayed onset from 7 days ago. Who knows? We got some patch notes to talk about today. Our preliminary notes are what I like to call our fun quality of life notes, more than anything. Because it's always like, where are the surprise quality of life bits that we didn't hear about yet?
Yeah.
And honestly, I just read them yesterday, but with all my brain fog, I've kind of forgotten. I was like struggling. Yeah, I was just like, hey, everyone, Mr. A little sick right now. It's kind of
that YouTube video is going to be fun.
It's already out. It's just me being dead the entire time.
Yeah.
I was like, hey.
Pumping out that content. Going out that content. Sick as hell, but still pumping out the content. That's dedication, folks.
It's like that one kid who breathes heavy behind Helga and Hey Arnold, but that's just like me. Hey. All right. So before we get started, shout out to Steel Series. Sponsor the channel, sponsor the show. We always have the 12% link year round on Twitch. It's !Steel Series. On YouTube, it's always in the description. Unless another sponsor is on the video, which there isn't, other than our usual Patreon supporters, who we're always grateful for, even though we do absolutely nothing specific for them, because I don't like money gating content very much. Just not my shtick. Not unless I make an OnlyFans. Then it's got to be money gated. That can't be.
We've already had this conversation. We're not having it again.
No, I was just making a plain statement with that one. It's not a discussion, Sly. Yeah. I'm just saying I have some boundaries as an individual.
Good.
Important to set that up. Yeah. So thanks to them. And with that, we can get on into the patch notes.
Yes, we can.
Sly, this might be the best first thing I've ever seen in a patch note. The image of Glamour staring at Sphene is so meme-worthy that I'm so glad it was the very first thing I scrolled down to. It was, honestly, I was like taken aback by how funny I thought it was as the first thing that I saw was just Wookala just staring Speen in the face, just like, it's like Twitter and like person who just casually posts something for fun. It's like, yeah. I sure do love Final Fantasy X. So you hate Final Fantasy VII? That kind of energy for it.
Yeah.
That was absolutely fun. But start of the patch notes kind of always the same. There's almost never anything.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, there's corn.
Behold, more corn.
Everybody
yeah,
loves
I think it's
corn.
Going to be this. As long as it's not the same, it's not the same. Aha, it is the same as last time.
I see you're in a very corny mood.
Yeah.
This weekend has not popped your kernels yet.
Let that one slide. That's good.
Let that one slide,
yeah,
like a slippery, buttery slide.
You're getting there. You're getting there.
I'm really only cracking the husk of this situation, right?
And we've reached a precipice.
I have to figure out where the limit is.
Yeah.
I have to do it. Otherwise, what's the point even? Yeah, Arcadian, Corn Servant, all the quests, treasure hunts being updated, whatever. Oh, look, Submersible's getting 5 more ranks. For all the people who already make a ton of free money, here's 5 more ranks for you. Now, the very next thing is both kind of cool and a reminder of something that is not in the patch notes.
Okay.
So, shadow detail can now specifically be disabled or enabled for indoor furnishing, so you can get a lighting that is to your preference. So you don't have to technically have the game's new shadows and like updated graphic systems if it does not match the lighting aesthetic that you want in your home. And great, cool, everyone loves that.
Yeah.
But much like with the raid planner, Sly, where we took forever to find out what was actually happening, a distinct feature that was brought up before 7.1 is very clearly not present in 7.2 when they said they were, and I'll give them the credit, they said aiming, not definitely, aiming for 7.2, clearly didn't make the cut. The interior size, the ability to purchase different interior sizes.
So the ability to make your house a TARDIS. Yeah, I kind of talked about this yesterday on stream when I went over the patch notes, and we were wondering. It was it wasn't implicitly mentioned in the live letter. I kind of went back just to check, and yeah, they didn't even mention it. So is this one of those things that gets kind of snuck into an off patch, or is it because normally something important like that would be in the live letter? Like I feel, even though it's housing, it's something still more important to merit a mention. So if not in an off patch within 7.2, do you think it's going to be 7.3?
7.3. If they're not even going to mention it, it means that it. So this happened with the raid planner, where effectively it went unmentioned when it wasn't ready, and it didn't get mentioned until effectively they had no choice but to mention it again.
Yeah.
At which point they started bringing it up periodically again. More than likely, it was just simply not ready for whatever reason. We don't know the technical limitations behind the purchasing and the changing of the interior sizes, or even the priority of its development versus other things. All we know is they originally said aiming for 7.2, clearly didn't make the cut, and is not going to make the cut in the side patches. Like you said, it's too important.
Okay.
To just,
I mean, to be fair, one thing to be fair, I mean, we usually, between patches, we'll usually get interviews, and it probably will be asked in an interview. You can maybe count on an interview asking it, so it'll probably be answered there. So, looking forward to hearing about it, but, I'm not too sad about it. I'm not. angry
As the
about it.
master of bringing up blitzball in repeated interviews, yeah, let me tell you, people like to ask the same question if it doesn't get brought up for a while.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I never need to ask it again, thankfully. But after the hardest no I've ever heard in my life, I think I could have asked my parents for like prescription drugs under the counter, and I wouldn't have got as hard of a no as I got from Yoshi P about baseball. Be like, Mom, Dad, can you get me prescription drugs that I could take recreationally? Be like, no, son, we're not doing that.
No.
Yoshi P, here's blitzball. No!
No.
So loud, everyone heard him in the other room and asked me what he yelled about. I would say this, though. In the future, and this is something I don't think I've ever said, if they bring something up with a planned patch date, they should now know that that's planned or we're aiming for. The community creates the hard expectation of the content.
Mm-hmm. They're holding them to that. They're holding them to that.
They should at least bring it up. Say, like, we said we were planning, it wasn't ready, here you go. Because the raid planner left us with major questions, but we now have the answer for where it stands and why it's not out, simply because of the competition with third-party apps and them feeling it was only adequate enough to put in the game, but not adequate enough to discourage the use of things like raid plan, which is perfectly valid because it's like, why would anyone use it if raid plan does everything but better, right?
Yeah.
Just because it's in game, that honestly wouldn't be enough of a reason. And honestly, even if they do a great job, it may not be enough. Like, I'll be honest, I could think this is a great thing and still just adoption rate could be low. It could totally happen. But I'm hoping that's not the case because I can see a ton of great use cases for raid planner, especially with what they said in the last live.
Now, Haps, I do want to bring up a quick side note here, off topic, but somewhat on topic with housing. As you know, WoW recently got their big housing update, and
they didn't get
one of the things
they started detailing housing. So they did I haven't actually gone over it myself yet, but they did do a huge blog post about like plans with some in-game screenshots and stuff. After they had initially unveiled, they were even doing it. So no, they haven't gotten that update yet in game.
But one of the things does include a third-party tool known as burning down the house. And basically it allows you to pretty much set up your house, your interiors, however the fuck you want.
Yep. I know about that. I've been told about that many times.
So, will someone die for these sins eventually within Final Fantasy 14 and get their free Grand Slam at Denny's and all that? Or how long?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I almost wonder if they felt the interior size, not that the interior size change was something technologically challenging, but I almost wonder if an actual reworking of the way that furnishings work alongside of it and the way that they're placed out. Because here's the thing, if they can knock both of those out at once, it's probably better than doing one and then the other, especially for big shot value. And I have to listen, I know you can't say for certain ever, unless it's explicitly stated out loud, that company A does something because company B did it better. As much as I can look at WoW and definitely side-eye 14 and be like, so that's why they did that. Yeah. And for 14, I mean, 14's literally built on the idea of, like, dev team. He told his dev team to play WoW to understand the type of MMO that they wanted, like, very explicitly stated. And Yoshi P is a very frequent attender of things like BlizzCon. He is no idiot. He is not shy. He has not ever been coy about looking at World of Warcraft and seeing what they're doing and being a fan of what they're doing at times. I can't help but wonder if we got that news about the housing update before we heard about WoW's thing. And notice that after WoW's announcement...
Yep. Radio silence
about that next big housing feature. So I can't help but wonder if they had something, they immediately put something of higher value into the works and that took a back seat. Will they explicitly say it? Not until they're ready to talk about it, if they are. And honestly, I think that's overly optimistic and not the case. At least not in that short term of a turnover, but one can hope.
Yeah.
So, just a little bit of curiosity. What is on my floor? There's something on my floor that I'm stepping on, and I don't know what it... Oh, one of Ivy's pellets for her food. There, you've got one, and now she's activated. That's all it takes, huh? That's all it took. She heard one pebble hit her plate, and that's all it took. Yeah, so we'll have to... That's a wait and see thing, but... Definitely took notice. Another thing, if we're going to be talking about updating housing related stuff, and this is, again, I'm someone who doesn't care about housing, but I feel for the people who do because it is an important part of the game. Excuse me. A warning message will now display on screen when entering the garden of an estate scheduled for auto demolition. Now, keep in mind, that's not the owner of the house. That's a person. That means you could theoretically walk all around, find out which houses are almost up for auto demolition, and then have some idea of what's going to become available soon. Not that it matters with the lottery system, but it is a little bit informative. That message will be displayed to private estate owners in the case of a free company estate to all members. I guess it is to the estate owner specifically is what it does say. I'll be the one to say it.
Okay.
If you have the technology to issue the warning on the lawn, do you not have the technology to disable the auto demolition while on the lawn? Am I crazy?
No.
Like,
it seems reasonable.
You're almost there. Because I know plenty of people who will teleport to their house and hang out outside, but not remember to step into the house. And they'll lose the house on that virtue alone.
Yeah.
So, and the outdoor of your house is still a part of your customizable function of the house. So it's just kind of strange that stepping in is already... A lot of people think you shouldn't even have to go to the house. I think you should. If you haven't literally... Let's say you logged in for 45 days straight and never once went to your house. Under the current system, I could understand it being demolished. Now, in an ideal world, everyone would just have a house. But that's not the world we live in. So, yet, ever. Maybe never. Who knows? Just saying. Technology. Bunch of furnishing winners. As a not housing enthusiast, it's hard for me to just not be like, ooh, scrolls down. Ooh, scrolls down. Ooh, scrolls down.
Ooh, piece of candy.
And then move on. Especially the aquarium. Dude, I forget the aquarium is a thing half the time. Like, y'all know how much of an avid fisher I am.
I mean, I'm a semi-avid fisher, but I don't have an aquarium.
Do you just not like... actually, a bar aquarium, that could be...
That would be pretty baller. I never really thought about it like that, though. Like, in the way we have our venue set up right now, I don't know where the fuck we would put one.
Well, I think you'd have to make the entire bar. Like, here's the thing. The way I imagine it doesn't work in 14. Like, I imagine, like, what if the bar itself where people sit was, like, if they were, like, looking under, actually, the tabletop has the fish and you can, like, look at the fish while you're, like, coastering your drink. That would be ball. Like, you can't do that, but, like, in my head, that's what a barquarium is.
But we could with burning down the house. Eventually.
Someone's gonna die. What? You better be careful, or it's gonna be you who dies for the sin because you keep bringing it up. Sly's like, I deserve this Viking salute.
Let me go ahead and go to Denny's for my free Grand Slam. Yep. All right. Cool.
Here's the funny thing, though, Sly. If that did happen, you could come to State of the Realm with Denny's. Just think about that.
I sure would. I really would. I would go get a Grand Slam, bring it to the... Yeah.
I know 100% that you would, if you got banned for using a third, you would 100% show up to State of the Realm with a Grand Slam from Denny's. Square, I'm not saying to ban Sly, but I'm saying it would be really
Please
funny.
don't. I love your game.
Just for a day so we can make the joke, right? Like, just wait till he's on vacation so he doesn't even notice. And then he comes back.
I won't even know it.
You'll get the
email. I get the email. Oh, yeah. I got banned for a day. Okay. Yeah, great. Cool. Denny's.
Yeah, just for like a Monday or something, you know? Just like, just take him out back for just a Monday. And that's it. Don't even investigate. Just like completely unjustly do it. Just so we can have that moment.
But no, not this Monday because I actually have. I'm trying to make money on Tuesday.
The game's down Monday, Sly. Even if they, you mean Tuesday? The game's down for 24 hours on Monday.
But it depends. It all depends on the timing. I don't know how bans work. Do they bring you back up on
ban
reset?
him tomorrow, and then the servers will come down on Monday, and then he'll be back on Tuesday. It'll be perfect.
Luckily, I'm prepared already.
I thought you meant for being banned. I was like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Flower pots too. Yeah, that's great.
Flower pots. Yeah.
New prizes for MGP. Interesting because
triple try cards.
Yeah, I mean, but whenever there's new MGP prize, I'm always wondering because we didn't really see anything that would scream new MGP prize. So I feel like it's got to be something on the smaller scale.
And and I'm trying to think of past, patch notes, prelim patch notes. Do they usually show MGP prizes? I mean, did they show
big ones
when Setzer's thing came out? Did they show that in the?
They've shown various prizes in the past.
Yeah.
The mounts they've almost always shown, which leaves the question of if anything we saw MGP wise was. Or any mount wise was MGP. I don't imagine so because we heard the background music for everything. And MGP prizes notably have very distinctive. It's either the vanilla theme or the Manderville theme, not the theme of the content we're getting, which is exactly what every background theme was for the new mounts that we saw. So I'd be hard pressed to imagine that anything we saw was MGP. We did also see later in the patch notes, there are new like headgear options. Could just be those like an eye patch and a couple other things.
Yeah.
So I think it's just small prizes like that and not like, good thing I have millions of MGP saved up. You sickos with your like 8 million MGP saved up at all times. Crazy. Smart, but crazy.
Yeah.
See, I know why I don't do that. Because then if I need a lot at once, it's stream content. A lot at once. I have like,
you would just go do like MGP games and fashion report and other stuff in the gold saucer. Yeah, that's a whole stream. It's content.
Yeah, it's content. I'll sit around. I'll do gates all day. I get to do all my leaps of faith. I can run through all my challenge logs. I play some triple triad. I play some the Verminion, get everything done. They're also changing the challenge log. Field operations now is its own category, so Eureka is no longer a separate category. Definitely in preparation of Crescent Isle, of Occult Crescent, because it will almost certainly have challenge logs very similar to Eureka's that will help with knowledge level or even maybe phantom job level. Possible.
Who knows?
For people who don't play very often but still want to make some progress. Definitely a system I would want to see them carry over because challenge log's perfect for people who don't have a lot of time to do field exploration content, but just enough to gain like a couple levels, while doing just killing a few monsters and whatnot. So definitely approved. Duty support, Karn, Underkeep, no surprises there. Prizes for gold certs and everything being adjusted. That's normal. New objectives being added. That's normal. Now, Sly. For a long time, we on this show have had a kind of a silent prediction that we only discuss in small bursts because
Yeah.
it's not that relevant, right? And it's, when are they going to fix all the names of the leveling dungeon roulettes and everything? And this is the opposite direction that I thought it would go.
Yeah. And yesterday when I was talking about this with my community, I'm like, okay, so for the high levels, like, I'm like, this has to be a thing of semantics, right? Because it says for now it is 50 and 60. So they're not rolling in the in-between dungeons. It's just going to be levels 50 and 60, or is it?
Well, no, everything? Yeah, it is, because those are not high. The dungeons in between aren't high-level dungeons. They're leveling dungeons. High-level dungeons are exclusively the level cap of each expansion dungeons. It's every dungeon that is level 50. That's how it's always been. Like, that's all that's ever been in those roulettes. So those aren't the ones I'm concerned with. That's semantics, but that's smart semantics. It's the leveling dungeons above it that are silly, because they're now just simply, they're eliminating that thought process you just had about why aren't the in-between dungeons listed here with the 50 to 60 and now 50 and 60. That's what the confusion they're eliminating with the leveling dungeons as well, by saying, okay, it's 51 to 59 because that's what leveling dungeons are. Level 60 dungeons are not leveling dungeons. For those who don't know, high-level dungeons, the level cap ones, are worth significantly less experience than leveling dungeons. The level 59 dungeon is better for leveling to 61 than any level 60 dungeon. Same's true at 70. You would do the 69 nice dungeon to get to 71, and then 79 to get to 81 if you were just going to spam dungeons. And this is specifically for, well, the following duty roulette names have been adjusted. Yeah. So that's fine. But yeah, it's interesting. That, because here's the thing. I did think this was specifically for Wondrous Tales, but it doesn't say it's just for, it's under the Wondrous Tales category, but it's very weird because if you change it in Wondrous Tales, but don't change the roulette name itself, then it doesn't make any sense either.
Yeah, but I mean, you could just see what level a dungeon is and just queue it up for a Wondrous Tales. But like, as far as like, I don't see this being a actual duty roulette thing. This is like the naming convention that the tiles within within your Wondrous Tales book will have. Like,
it just looks
this tile will have.
Again, it's a semantics.
Oh, I agree.
Again.
I agree.
It's literally all semantics. It just looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's really just, all right, our fucking players don't know the difference between a leveling dungeon and a high. Just fucking fix it. I don't care. Just I don't care how long it looks. I don't care how much text there is. Just fucking.
Honestly, I feel like with Wondrous Tales, they overcomplicate it. Like, it's been simple to me, honestly. Like, it's been simple to me. Like, I look at my book like, okay, I know what I'm going to do. And I just go and do it. There's no, like, I feel like the naming convention for it, like, doesn't need to be changed as much as they're doing, as much as they've done.
Right. Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't even do Wondrous Tales most week. I can only put up with so much disappointment on the day-to-day life. I don't need to add one more thing.
2 lines.
Two lines. Dude, the number of missed 3 lines is like, dude, it's like, I'm like this every time inside. Just like.
Yep.
And then the display for high-level duties to display has been adjusted. That's, again, Wondrous Tales, so you just have to complete 7.0 to have all the high-level duty things show up. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd rather just do Unreal. Every time. Like, it's not like they're relatable. I just don't care. I care more to spend 20 minutes doing Unreal than I care to unsync a billion fights for Wondrous Tales every week. Maybe, you know what? Maybe from now on, I'll do it.
He's not going to do it.
No, I'm not going to do it. He's right.
No.
No. No, you know what, Sly? Yeah, that motivated me to do it.
Content?
Content.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, Fox Hollows.
Yeah.
So we were wondering if any of the mounts we saw were Fox Hollows because we didn't assume so. Fox Hollows got him out, I think, last patch. It got the Wolf last patch, I want to say. 7.1 got the recoloring of the Stormblood Wolf. And it got a new mount for 7.2. And I think that is probably the best Fox Hollows mount that there is. That thing is cool. It's Cubone if he went to the gym. Oh, sorry, it's Marowak if he went to the gym.
That thing is ripped.
Marowak took some testosterone, grew a bunch of hair, and then went to the gym.
Hop on.
Cubone. Yeah, this isn't Cubone. This is Cubone. He's going to Cubone you when you get in range. Yeah, I mean, also God. Suzaku, but no, that's, I really like that mount. I haven't said that about an Unreal mount in a long time. I do really like that mount. I'm going to pick that one up at some point with 600 leaves.
Okay.
I'm selling the first one, but I'll pick one up.
Of course. Of course, yeah.
Got to make sure I log out at the Wondrous Tales and at the, well, it's the same NPC, at the Fox Hollows NPC.
Yeah.
Oh, the duty recorder instances have changed.
Oh, yay. Yay. Woo.
Anyway, so the Daisy emote.
Yeah.
Whenever I see a bad, so whenever I do a bad joke, you can just use that emote.
Mm-hmm.
It's perfect, actually. They're also doing, I don't think they've done this before, where they add a looping version of existing emotes. I don't know if they've ever, I don't care enough to check that, but nor did I care.
I mean, I know some of them do loop, but
they were made that way to loop, not they didn't loop, and now there's a separate version that loops. But people have asked for this for sure. Especially Tombstone. Tombstone is checking the phone for anyone who knows. She used to call me on my Tombstone. Eventually ends. You know? But now you can, just like in real life, you can spend 6 hours looking at your phone, scrolling up through TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder what TikTok would be called in Eorzea. I'm not clever enough for this.
Me either.
I don't even use TikTok really. I've used it so sparingly.
I know within TikTok, there's just XIV talk or FFXIV talk.
That doesn't work in the world.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, battle system stuff. Reminder: no job changes. Black Mage is seething at the mouth already. Is exactly why we don't have job changes in patch notes early.
Yeah.
They can't even watch Yoshi P play Black Mage on stream without it happening. So they will never go back to putting them in the prelim notes. Coop Cop is TikTok on, except it's Moogles.
Coop Cop. Yeah, I would take that. I'd take that.
Cop. Yep. No, Coop because it's Koopo. Yeah, not Cupo. So yeah, Coop Cop. There you go. That works.
Yeah.
We accept it.
Good job.
Yeah. However, more important than the Black Mage changes is being able to queue pots and sprint now. Food is whatever, but
yay! No more. Hey, my sprint didn't go off. Hey, my pots didn't go off. Hey, I know my food ran out during the fight, but it didn't go off in time for the downtime to finish and everything. So yeah, I'll have to wait until next pool to do that. Nah, you can go ahead and do that.
Yeah, literally no more of the clearing, realizing your pot never went off during your last twos, or realizing after you're midway into your twos that your pot didn't go off when it was supposed to. Your sprint macros can go away. All that stuff can go. And we already thought that the super fast pot at the start of, because remember, that was one of Dawn Trail's launch features, was the super fast pot activation. So we're now, I know it's been, we've had it for a while now, but it's like, it feels like it's been forever now. And almost certainly, this is a Viking funeral Grand Slam at Denny's situation, by the way, because this also was a third party.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Oh, man. So yeah, like we said, Viking funeral, go get your Grand Slam at Denny's. Sly's usual bit here. I like the idea. I was reading chat And someone said sheesh is all they need to say. All I need to say for someone to lose their mind. And now I'm imagining the Black Mage changes and the full notes just being like Black Mage changes sheesh.
Sheesh.
And then that's it. There's everything. There's just nothing else there. That's funny. Oh man.
Of course, we get the Underkeep as our new dungeon. No, I mean, I can't wait to see it. I mean, Resident Evil was good. Resident Evil.
Yeah, I like that dungeon. I'll be honest with you, Sly. Yeah. I have done that dungeon one time.
Same. No. Oh, okay. I did it twice just to see just to go back and kind of see it. Yeah, just twice. That was it.
I do it on my alt? Now that you mention it, I don't know if I did it on my alt. Because here's the thing. I was considering blitzing through the story to get to the EX trial on Tuesday. But I might... I don't know where my alt is. My alt is definitely done with 7.0. I don't remember if my alt is done 7.1 and 7.2. I'll have to check. I don't care. It'll happen sooner or later.
Yeah.
After beginning a boss encounter in any dungeon introduced prior to 7.0, the shortcut warp will take players to the boss's area entrance. So no more of the going to the previous boss and running to the boss. Yeah. They're doing that for old dungeons now too. So thank God for that. Speaking of trial, Beatrix.
New trial? Beatrix, yep.
They should just say, it's just like, I understand it's called Recollection, but just like, even on the live letters, just say Beatrix. Like, we all know.
Just say it, yeah. Just say it.
We heard Roses of May during the live letter. It's like, there's literally nothing to hide it anymore. Suzaku again. People are going to die terribly. The Phallic
drop weight.
Jaw, yeah. Did you farm them at all for the mounts?
Fuck no.
Why not?
No.
Why not?
I'm good. Nah.
You're good? Are you not a Wings fan?
No.
Sounds like you're more like not a Party Finder fan, if I had to guess, but you know.
That.
Ding, 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 ding. Speaking of ding, 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 ding. Cruiserweight.
Yeah.
I'm very much looking forward to Cruiserweight.
Oh, yeah.
My boy Dancing
Looking
Green.
forward to Dancing Green. Mm-hmm.
Y'all already know they're going to have like some sort of like at FanFest, some like live dance thing.
A little Dancing Green mini game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dancing Green added to Just Dance. Ubisoft saved. I'm just kidding. That wouldn't save Ubisoft. Anyway, moving on. Then it just explains how normal and savage loot. This is, again, we don't need to do this. You know, I'm actually disappointed I didn't figure out the Lalafell was a flan. Their creature is a flan.
Yeah.
I should have seen the like skin and the little like blips, but it just never occurred to me. She even has 2 flans on the side of her head. Just didn't notice that in the previous like bits that we saw when she's transformed. But yeah, it's about a frog, a flan, and what was the bunny again? I forgot. There's a screenshot of it. I forgot.
You mean the Makote?
Yeah, I'm sorry, the Makote. Yeah. Sorry, no, yeah. The bunny is Dancing Green. The Makote. Yeah, Fenrir.
It's
Fenrir.
Really?
Yeah. That's what it was.
Oh yeah, that is. It's in the special site, isn't it?
Yes, it is on the special site. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's almost certainly the final boss. I'm really looking forward to that because, although I will say they better have a fucking red chocobo in the 3rd tier. You only got 4 more chances here. That if the CEO or the announcer is the final boss, they better have a red chocobo. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, and then again, just explaining all the loot rules. Nothing's changed here. It's just all whatever.
Yep.
Cycling everything in and out of the raid finder. Echo and Sfiend's Burden. Weekly restriction on Juno gone. Now, Sly, I have a gripe with something they're doing this patch. Seriously.
Okay. Oh.
So first, good news.
Uh-huh.
Duty Alliance Roulette getting an EXP buff across the board. Everything getting a buff.
I know where you're going with this.
However, one of the most popular methods for leveling this expansion has been Aglaia spam.
Aglaia spam.
Which is nice because
07's in chat for Aglaia spam.
Yeah, it was nice. I've done it for a few jobs. It's a good option to have. You know, you kind of get sick of it after a while, so you may just want to do like a few runs, get some EXP. You know, maybe you do have the tolerance to sit there for 6 hours and level. I did. But that's up to you, right? It's nice to have an option. They didn't like that option because it was very much better than all their other options. So, Aglaia, Euphrosyne, Thalia, down in the dirt with the rest of the Alliance raids for sheer EXP.
Yep.
Now, fundamentally, I have an issue with them doing that. I don't think they should have done it. Because it's leveling. Just however people figure out to do it, just let them do it.
Yeah.
The second reason is a far more important one.
Okay.
Stormblood is notably the worst leveling range in the game.
That I wasn't aware of.
It's because there are only a few ways to level through Stormblood, none of which are nearly as OP as stuff like, you know, like, for example, the tribe quests. They're not as good as, like, the later expansion, like the Endwalkers tribe, not even as the Shadowbringers tribe quests. They don't have a Bosia, which works for, like, 20 levels, and honestly, if they're going to change anything, I don't know why that hasn't been hit, given how good that was from 80 to 90. Don't do it. But, like, if they feel this way about Aglaia, I'm just shocked they didn't do it. All Stormblood has is Heaven on High. It's the only other way to level other than dungeon spamming. And it is not very populated. People just don't do Heaven on High 21 to 30, even 1 to 10 very often. So it's one of the worst leveling ranges. Dawn Trail also doesn't have a Bosia and now had its Aglaia thing removed. It could end up the same problem where it only has the deep dungeon that we know we're getting next major patch in 7.3x. They have confirmed we will have a deep dungeon and that will be an alternate leveling method. So it may have similar-ish fights. Funnily enough, Stormblood, best content expansion we've ever had. Dawn Trail, trying to be the follow-up to that by the end of the expansion, could have the same problem after the fact. So I never agree with getting rid of leveling methods or nerfing them. It's possible that because Dawn Trail is just everything in Dawn Trail is worth a lot of experience down to like daily hunts and tribe quests. Like the tribe quest's insane they've been insane for a couple of expansions now, but once again, insane. That maybe it won't suffer as much. Maybe this deep dungeon will be really popular as well. Maybe they'll even make this one way better for leveling than Heaven on High, like relative to the amount of runs you need to do. We don't know. But I'd be lying if I said I was automatically okay with this approach. And because I'm not. I don't think they should have nerfed Aglaia. I don't care if I'm all hundreds. I care about every other player who gets to this on their secondary job and goes,
well, hey, they have other options.
Also, y'all motherfuckers saying you're all 100. You're going to have 2 level 90 jobs next expansion. Don't forget. You're not out of the woods yet.
Yep.
Or we're assuming too. You know, maybe it'll be one by next expansion, but you know, at the very least, you'll have something that has to go from 90 to 100 at some point. Anyway, there's that. Fru 735 Oracle Totem weekly restriction going away. That's normal. Adjustment was implemented to preserve the difficulty of the encounter. I don't think they designed it to preserve the difficulty of the Fru's if I really want the clear, I'm just like, just casual Friday. Chill thing to do. I'd grab a totem. Sure. Mathematics, all the tombstone stuff. We don't need to go over this. It's the same as it's always been. New tome comes in, old tome goes out. Hopefully you had 2,000 of everything saved up so you can get all the crafting materials. Sly's good on that front. I got to check. I haven't capped heliometry in ages, but I also haven't spent heliometry in ages. So.
Okay. What about scripts? Have you capped your scripts?
Sly.
Because you know you can make a little bit off scripts. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like even if you're not crafting, you can make a little bit off of it. You know, make a little. I'm just saying.
Only scripts I will ever go near are orange scripts for my mount tokens. For gathering, I will never go near scripts other than that. Actually, not true. You know what? When I was doing craft 5,000 collectibles for my PlayStation Platinum, those were for blue scripts technically, if I recall. Or I received a small number of blue scripts for them. I think.
When was this?
A few months ago. I had my Sly.
What?
I shit you not. I had my chat crafting the materials for me, like to feed me and then I would just craft the collectible at the end of it. They were like,
"Bruh, do you know what the easiest?" Okay, I could have gave you this shit to begin with. Do you know what the? No, do you know what the fucking easiest collectible to fucking craft is? Fucking Psychons. It's really fucking easy. Really easy to fucking gather. Really easy to fucking craft. It's nothing.
I'm pretty sure that's what I was doing, and I still made them craft me all of the base materials for it. I'm almost certain. But
okay.
Why
The palm sugar
gathering when I
the
have
palm
chat?
Sugar.
Yes, it was Psychons then. It was the palm sugar. I know exactly because someone was sitting
the palm
there
sugar. You could just quick synth that and just go away and like eat a sandwich or go take a shit. Or
they can do it. Sly, I need to make 5,000 of them. They were going and gathering the base material for the palm sugar, then passing it off to somebody else to craft up, to then pass to me to do the craft.
Yep. Okay.
Now, reminder, Sly, that of the 5,000 I needed, I was at a grand total of fucking 0. I've never crafted a collectible before that.
I can tell.
And well, probably, community interaction, Sly. I'm just getting my stream involved.
Community interaction or slave labor?
Listen, Sly, the truth is, they offered to do it, and I very gladly said yes. I'll have you know, I gathered the first batch myself. Yeah. And then I said, this is going to take too long. Have it done in 6 hours or have it done in 12 hours? Sly, you know what I always say? You don't get rich to do more work.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I know. I'm just the better businessman. I understand division of labor and management.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my specialty.
Okay, Pharaoh.
So the whole point was, listen, they didn't have to push the rocks up the pyramid, all right? At least if I'm Pharaoh, I'm really good at children's card games. Anyway, the point is I turned in 5,000 collectibles worth of scripts, turned it into materia, and sold it for like 12 to 15 million gil. So because they were all crafting it for me the whole time, and then I was just making the collectibles, I effectively just made 15 million gil off of those 5,000 collectibles. 15
mil off the backs of volunteers. Yeah.
Why is it in quotes? They did volunteer. They thought it was a collaborative effort. My grandpa's deck has no terrible cards, Sly. I offered compensation even. They didn't take it. But
did you now?
Yeah, they didn't take it, but you know.
Yeah, unpaid internships. Thank you.
I paid them with exposure.
Oh my God. What the fuck is this? A Washington, D.C. office? Jesus Christ, man.
Oh my God. But yeah, so but I will probably never craft another collectible unless it's for tribe quests. That's it. That's the exception. Yeah. Because fuck that. Just not doing it. So, point is, no, I don't have my scripts prepared. Sly, back to the question. No.
There we go.
Now, 7.2, as per a lot of 0.2 patches, since I want to say Shadowbringers, is also an unfortunate patch automatically.
How so?
It is the first patch in every expansion cycle where we have the 2 dungeon roulette. Going from 4 to 2.
And to be honest, to be completely fair, I'm okay with losing. I'm okay with losing.
Don't say Deadwalk. Come on, that's my favorite.
Yes. Deadwalk. I mean, like when I was first doing it, it was a favorite of mine. But fuck if I got tired of seeing it.
Sly.
I'm definitely okay. I can say honestly, I'm definitely tired of Alexandria. Tinder Valley.
I thought you said Tinder Valley first. That's a very different type of valley. Definitely still some pricks there, though.
Okay.
That's one thing they have in common. Yep. Expert Roulette down to 2. Yua Yuwata and Underkeep. Hopefully Underkeep is good. Yua Yuwata is good. Would definitely do it again.
Yeah.
And I don't do roulettes very often, but I know people who do. And it's one of those things that I won't interact with much, but I know there are other people who would prefer it not to be this way as well.
Yeah.
Level cap dungeons, new roulette category is the other positive to the way this works. Eventually, Alexandria, Tender Valley, and Stray Burrow all going in the level cap dungeon with 100 heliometry and 15 mathematics. Heliometry is uncapped now, reminder, so it's, 100 heliometry, not that big a deal, but still another roulette to do if you're someone who likes to log in and do roulettes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Duty Roulette Trials gets Recollection. Juno gets added to Alliance raids. The normal raids get all the cruiserweight stuff. Mentor Roulette gets all the new easy content. The normal raids, the trial, and Underkeep. And then the whole wall of text saying they should really I get they want to be thorough, but it should really just say Allegan tomestones have been updated to reflect introduction of tomestones of mathematics, not this wall of text explaining every single one down to the wire.
Yeah.
It is how it is, but still, goodness gracious. Gotta scroll all the way through it. Stone Sky Sea Trial, Sunken Temple of Karn adjustments, and then PvP.
Yay. Series 7 ending, Series 8 beginning. So this weekend, Siri, shut up.
Your
this
Siri
weekend
went off from you saying Siri.
Yeah.
I never thought of that before. That's funny. Hey, Siri.
It can't hear you.
Damn
it can only hear me. So if you haven't gotten your series rewards, go do that before 6 a.m. on Monday.
Yes. 6 a.m. Eastern. Yeah.
So 3 a.m. Pacific.
You better get to if you're listening to this on Sunday on YouTube and you haven't finished, you better get your fucking ass in gear.
Now. As you hear this.
New mount for Series 8 looks good. I'll probably actually pick this one up. I haven't picked up a mount in a while. And on top of that, I don't think it's mentioned here, but they mentioned it in the live letter that they were adding back old series rewards into the vendors. So unless they've gone back on that, because they mentioned it in the part 1 live letter. I will pull up the digest and read the verbatim text of what it says. Because they said the unofficial translation said, "We are considering." I'm fairly certain that the official digest read, "We are doing it." So I'm going to grab it right now just so we can check. Here's live letter 84. Let's see what we've got. I got to zoom out. Holy moly, I'm zoomed in so much. Let's see. Series, raid series, alliance raid series, Eden series. No, okay. I didn't find the word series. Let me try the word PvP, because somebody linked me the official one. And I swear that it had something for it. Oh, I think this is the wrong one. This is the wrong one. This isn't the right one. This was 86. I needed the 85. Right. That's correct. I was like, wait, Fru is being introduced. Here we go. We went over the upcoming updates for PvP. Starting with patch 7.2, previous series rewards will be gradually made available for exchange. Additionally, actions specific to large-scale PvP modes will be added. That's what it says.
Okay.
So, it's not mentioned here, but they said from 7.2 onward that will be the thing. So just assume that 7 series back, I guess, is the look. So this will be series 1 rewards being added, and then series 2 would be next batch, et cetera, et cetera. Which if you are somebody getting into the game late or maybe just missed a reward because whatever, work, life, you can start thinking about those in this patch.
Yeah.
And yeah, this looks good. I like this mount. Also the season change. For
the Lalabarina mount, apparently.
Yeah, Lalabarina mount. Perfect.
Yeah.
For you Monster Hunter fans,
Lalabarina.
There's your collaboration.
Yeah.
a mecha Lalabarina.
Yeah.
I don't think I've bullied a monster harder than a Lalabarina in
God,
a long time.
Congalala, Chatacabra. Oh, Chatacabra, definitely.
Yeah, but I feel like Lalabarina is like the one that inside me I hate most because it's a spider. So like when I'm hitting it, it feels like I'm doing twice as much damage. Like in my soul, I'm hitting it twice as hard. Yeah. So then same thing with the seasons as well.
For CC, yeah. Season 13 will end and season 14 will begin. So rankings will be reset. Good luck. Have fun.
Yeah, and then a few changes to the crystal's movement speed and like how it actually progresses based on position and distance relative to the enemy team, based on progress as well. And then they're also doing something in both PvE and PvP that's quite interesting. So they first mentioned it here in the PvP section. They're adding buttons that you can keybind in PvP, in Crystalline Conflict specifically, to target members 1 through 5 of your enemy players. So you no longer have to worry about tabbing, clicking them specifically, or whatever. You can set keybinds. So if player number 3 gets marked and they get marked for a countdown, you can press target party member 3 and just that's the end of the thought process for you. So
that's pretty good.
That's really good. Now in PvE, they're also doing something that is not as set in stone. It's detailed later, but effectively if a target is marked, you can, or there's multiple targets that are marked even, you can scroll through the targets that are marked for each relevant category. So like, you have 1 through 5 marks. If you mark things 1 through 5 and you click target attack marker, it'll target number 1. If you press it again, it'll swap to number 2. If you press again, it'll swap to number 3. So you can cycle between them like that. I don't know about you. I immediately thought of the Mandragoras and the treasure map as soon as I saw that.
Holy fuck, yes.
They have markers over their heads, but even still, like...
just like them running around and me having to like Tom and Jerry all of them until we get down to clean. Oh my God.
Honestly, I've just banned summoners from treasure maps because almost every time there's like 2 or 3 summoners, the Mandragoras come down and the summoners are doing one of their 8 billion AoEs, and whichever one landed next to the trash pack just instantly dies. And it's like,
and yep, there goes the treasure. Like, there's your treasure.
And it's always on my map. Everyone else's that doesn't happen, but on mine, every time.
I mean, there's part of me though, I'm like, yay, tomes. Like that's good tomes. Like whenever you get the Mandragoras, good tomes. But there's always that random happen chance of, wait, we didn't take down the queen. What? Oh, never mind. Okay, cool.
Cool. By the
Moving
way,
on.
random segue. Sly and I have the same.
Yeah. We have the same mic cover.
I mean,
Thanks,
I know
Atlas.
where we both got it, but
Yeah. Thanks, Atlas.
Yeah, thanks, Atlas. That's metaphor, the heart. For
Metaphor.
Who can't figure it out just from looking at it, because it's not entirely obvious from that. There you go. Battle high rating. Following adjustments have been made to battle high rating gained upon KOing or assisting. So upon KOing, you don't get as much, but upon assisting, you get more. So you don't have to worry about kill stealing.
I think this
much.
is, yeah. I think this is a really good quality of life because I get more assist than Scottie Pippen in fucking Frontline. So yeah, I'm like, it's well, there's times when I go off kill wise and I will steal some kills, but more often than not, if you're doing well, you're getting assists. And yeah, this will build battle high a lot faster than it has been. Times a scholar buff. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yep. Yep.
And everyone who's PvP'd in the last expansion in Endwalker does not want to ever hear the word scholar buff in PvP.
No.
I listen, different times now, but no one wants to hear it all the same. Then they went over all the changes for secure again. Most of the stuff we saw or heard during the live letter. An interesting one is that defeating the interceptor drones does also grant battle high for all of the members of the party.
And there is a rare interceptor drone too.
Yes, we saw that during the live letter, the golden snitch here. Yeah, it's just worth way more than regular drones. Apparently they even respawn up to 5 times if they're within the time. So you can just keep killing them over and over again. So the secure changes all look really good. Secure was one of my favorite modes, even though I don't PvP too often. I prefer more PvP objective driven. Like, again, I'm not a fan of, everyone hugs this crystal and beats the shit out of it. The middle of the map is my least favorite part of secure, but it's okay in isolation because people are still relatively aggressive. I just use the ice and shatter to kill other people. I don't care about the ice. Y'all can deal with the ice. I'm killing people who don't know how to play PvP. That's what I'm doing. All right.
Yeah.
That's free. That's free meat out there.
Yeah. Free real estate.
Yeah. So, but either way, I really like this. And I hopefully when Astrologos eventually comes back, we'll see similar quality of life. It's never coming back. Anyway.
Give it a couple of years. Give it 2 more years. Give it 2 more years. Look, if this can come back, I believe. Team believe. I believe.
Don't. Just don't. New items, new recipes, dying interface.
Okay, wait, time. You just scroll, you just went by these armor sets, these fugly ass armor sets, which I will be glamming over.
I love the recipes. I'm a big fan of the craft.
I am not. Either one. I mean, okay, the tome stuff, the tome gear. I mean, I'll probably be a fan of the spear if I even like. And that problem.
Well, you don't like Wish.com Zidane.
Great value.
Great value. Timu Zidane.
Yeah. Nah, fam. I'm not a fan. I mean, I'll probably be a fan of the weapons, and I'll probably 9 out of 10. The weapon will not be best for me. 9 out of 10. So, I'll be shooting for gear first, and then glam afterwards. Sure.
Did you say shitting for gear?
Shooting.
You did not say shooting. Anyway.
Okay. But either way, like these are probably in terms of gear, the last tier I could probably let the crafted slide. It wasn't bad. I mean, it wasn't like terrible. Like I accepted it. I was like, okay, fine. This is my crafted gear. I can accept that. This, nah, fam. I'm not a fan.
I love the weapons, especially for the crafted set, and I'm a pretty decent fan of the actual. You know what it is? I also like that it's one of the rare armor sets that have been released recently that does not inherently remind me of other armor sets.
That is true. Like,
it's not inspired by another Final Fantasy. It doesn't, like, both the Arcadian sets are kind of similar, for example. So it's like, it's got that same kind of Nier-esque problem where the first 2 sets were just like way too similar for me. Whereas these, I don't know. I really like the way these turned out, the crafted sets.
And then we have the current Everkeeper crafter gear, which looks like you're a fucking loader on Aliens or some shit. Yeah, I just blame over it.
Honestly, most exciting thing here was all the Shadowbringers relics getting 2 die channels.
Yeah, that huge list of everything getting 2 die channels, and I hope they keep updating the list too.
Oh yeah, they will.
There's a lot of stuff. Yeah.
They didn't just do the Shadowbringers relics, just like the Seabreeze and Coerl sets, Starlight sets, like Scion sets, Lord Commander, like a lot of, like even just like the buyable sets, like some of the stuff from the Mog Station got 2 jobs. At least I think the Lord Commanders is that's Mog Station, right? Lisa's leadership,
the Lord
that's
Commander,
definitely Mog Station. Yeah, a lot of this is Mog Station stuff. It's it's seasonal stuff, beach stuff. Yeah, it's like all sorts of things.
Yeah.
But no, this is I mean, it's good. I don't know about you, but I kind of forgot about the idea of even looking at patch notes to see what else was getting 2 die channels. Like it didn't even occur to me when I was thinking of things that was gonna happen.
Because it's a new thing. It's something for this expansion. We never had to really think about it until this expansion. But
yeah, and I'm also colorblind, so when did I ever give a fuck in the first place? So like,
yeah, you're not one who's really shopping for dye, are you?
I am the first one to sell dye when I get it. Dye is money.
It is money. It do be that cash. Yeah, and then of course they added two hats that could be equipped regardless of gender. Great. Yeah. This one, I mean, I really haven't paying too much attention to the glamour dresser, but like I remember them mentioning the whole outfit glamour. And so when creating an outfit glamour, the location in which each individual gear piece was previously stored is now displayed in the log window. Great.
That was my response because, quite frankly, I've used the glam dresser like twice ever.
I've been using the glamour dresser a lot more for, just to get shit out of my fucking armory. So I'll just put it in the glamour dresser.
It's just storage for me too, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's glam. Like everything you're not using, it's glam. There you go. So the outfit glamour category has been added to your filter settings as well. Going beyond that, Neo Kingdom gear can be exchanged for nuts.
I don't need to make the joke Sly anymore. That's immature.
Low hanging fruit.
Literally.
God damn it. I didn't. Okay. That was a little bit of a pun. Yeah. I didn't mean to go there, but Yeah,
took some real balls to make that joke.
Yeah. I knew it was coming. Two secondary attributes have been adjusted for the following items: the Exquisite Will Crossblades and the Exquisite Renaissance Brush.
Yeah, so those are the Criterion Savage Picto and Viper weapons.
Yep.
I don't know why they felt compelled to even consider making that. I think the itemization change makes them like the original Zwill and Renaissance. I don't know off the top of my head, but I'd assume it's just fixing the itemization so it matches that. But it also doesn't matter. Nobody wants to do Criterion Savage anyway, so who gives a shit? Just leave it. Like somebody spent time being like, well, I need to do this and put it through QA. And it's like, nobody cares. I like Criterion Savage, but I understand I'm one of like 9 people. So it's like.
Yeah. For all you monks out there, the description of Pugilist arms has been updated to indicate that the weapon appearance may take precedence over the display of hand gear.
Yeah, nice little clarity thing. I mean, everyone who puts on Monk Fist recognizes immediately, but still.
Of course, new patch with new, main number patch. We're getting new nodes. So new gathering points for miner and botanists, new fish and holes, new fish. They updated 2 fish, the mudfish and the yaktail catfish, to be caught using golden stonefly nymphs, the most man thing for a fisher. And then really good quality of life, in my opinion, as a crafter. So a lot of recipes you individually have to, for a lot of recipes, you have to individually tick off your high quality, components or your high quality materials. Here, now you can batch do it. There's a button to do it in a batch for the entire recipe, not do it individually by material, but just hit a button. You'll use all your high quality materials or your normal quality materials. Really good quality of life. And I'm not being sarcastic. It's something that's kind of ticked me off over the years. So glad they finally added that. Thank God. Going from that to the most non-issue thing, in my opinion, level requirement for master crafting recipes has been removed. Fucking why? It doesn't matter. Okay. And this is the most non-issue thing that, crafters could. Okay. The level requirement never really fucking mattered. Nobody paid attention to that. So
I couldn't tell you.
Level cap for decent has been increased from 720 to 740. Great. And of course, getting new mounts. Of course, they show the Beatrix wings as one of them. So good luck in farming them. But the new hotness on the streets is that we can move while summoning our mounts.
I got an interesting question about this. I think it was 2 days ago.
Okay.
People asked, is there a way to cancel the movement? To cancel that option? Specifically because in PvP, you don't always want to be to not be able. So my advice is escape key or probably jumping will do the trick for you instead of just moving from now on.
Well, will they still allow jumping to interrupt?
I mean, yeah, jumping is a lot different than just moving. I would assume jumping would still not, because I can't imagine you could just time your jump to be midair.
I mean that would look swagger as fuck if you just jumped off a fucking cliff and then got on your mount and just started flying. Yeah, that would look a little swag. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So I'm just saying I received that question, so it's worth acknowledging to some capacity that those will probably be your two options. The escape key at the bare minimum will do the trick. Chocobo barding. New
chocobo barding. Again, FF9 coded. Pretty much. It's very nightly, but it has kind of a, it's a cross between current, Solution 9 with FF9.
Well, I mean, it's the, what's it called, armor? Not Knights
Otis?
of Blue, no, not Knights of, well, I mean, I was thinking, because I always forget the name of Beatrix's set of gear.
Yeah.
Or Beatrix's army that serves under her. Because this is Beatrix's bard.
Yeah.
But that's not her armor. I mean, it's actually hard to tell. It might be. I'd have to look at them side by side, especially the 14 version.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, because in the dungeon, you can see her knights as some of the bosses, as one of the bosses at the very least. Immediately identifiable by the they have that panty armor on.
Yeah.
Except it's like mechanized panty armor,
Yeah.
That's the identifying factor. It's like, that'll protect them. Anyway.
And of course we get new minions, and here we got the good boy. The beagle, the good boy. The good boy.
He's got his mouth open.
That's your beagle face?
No, that's his face. He's going...
The good boy.
You can't.
The good boy.
You can't take pictures of people with their mouth open. You can't do that. Or dogs, unless the dog's tongue is flapping out. Then it's acceptable.
And we kind of mentioned this earlier, but new faceware, and yeah, this is more than likely is some of the stuff that will be added to Gold Saucer. So MGP stuff. Yeah.
Now, on to something that you Glam fanatics or you Fantasia fanatics will find fantastic. So, for those who don't remember, there is a free Fantasia available from a Wandering Moogle in Old Gridania up until the release of patch 7.2. If you have not collected that Fantasia, you can still collect it before maintenance on Monday. However, because they're making some more changes to the way characters appear based on feedback, they're offering another Fantasia that will be available until 7.3. So if you already redeemed this one, then on Tuesday, you can go get another one. So enjoy your free Fantasias and enjoy however long it takes for them to keep making adjustments, because we'll probably keep getting this up until they stop receiving feedback or have to make adjustments on said character designs and whatnot. I ain't complaining. I haven't collected the one for 7. I have 6 Fantasias just chilling, so I don't even care. Not like I'm going to use them.
They're somewhere in my retainers, but yeah, I only had to, after not using a Fantasia for my duration of being on Final Fantasy 14, I finally had to use one at the beginning of the year. I am now a Viera. The Fantasia-thon ended finally on Christmas last year. And now I am a Viera instead of me.
How long are you staying that way? Till next year?
No, for the duration of the expansion.
Okay. I think you should do it every year, but all right.
No. God, no.
I can't wait for Lala Sly.
Oh, no.
I'm actually shocked Lala Sly didn't win, to be fair, but you know.
A lot of people, it was really, at the end, it was really between Viera and Aura. A lot of people wanted Viera and Aura. Like, Lala was like 3rd. I think Hrothgar was 4th. Yeah.
One day. Yeah.
One day.
Shadow quality's been adjusted. They made some updates to some NPCs and their models. They updated the graphics for all the A Realm Reborn relics. Which I'm very curious to see what that ends up looking like as someone who has all of them, and also all of the A Realm Reborn artifact gear, augmented artifact gear, level 90 artifact gear, all of that stuff, and a bunch of other sets as well. The Least Leadership. Is the Lord Commander coat the PvP coat, or is that Amaric's coat? Is that Amaric's coat? Because it's right next to Lisa's outfit and the Scion outfit.
I keep thinking it's the Seal Rock coat?
No, I think that's the Amaric coat. PvP is field.
Yeah, Lord Commander. Yeah, Lord Commander is Amaric.
I was just making sure. I saw chat say it earlier, and I was like, is it? I don't think that's what it's called. He's literally, on all of the stories, like, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights. That's Amaric. More vegetation to some old areas, some old fields, cities, a whole bunch of stuff. Everything's going to look a lot prettier in the 3.x and 6.x areas. Shadows cast into different rooms being updated. Sprint granting jog. At this point, it's rattling off a lot of the smaller things as we wrap up towards the end of the notes. One interesting one is for crafting, as you know how interested I am in that. And the ability to display or sort actions by function. So like things that increase progress, things that increase quality, etc.
Quality, yeah.
That's an interesting option to add. I mean, ultimately, just Google a macro, But you know, in theory, it's still
he's not wrong. Let's be honest. Let's call a spade. He's not wrong.
Yeah. Then there's the targeting thing: attack target, bind target. Like these are the things that you cycle through the marked targets.
They're added to the general tab, so good. Yeah.
There's the duty action category, which is interesting, given that those are usually very instance specific. They're also going to be adding instances to a few places, Solution 9 heritage found, and areas newly added, just like tiny instanced areas, I'd assume, like tiny fields. Maybe the what's it called? The moon, eventually, cosmic exploration. Maybe that's in there too.
Yeah.
New achievements have been added. They update all the tank achievements like every time. New items from quick exploration. This one was funny. They added the gill symbol to...
like we didn't know how much fucking...
It says gill entrusted. How much more clarity did I need?
Right. Like... What did we think this was, RMT? We're thinking that we got like $12 million in our fucking retainers? No, we know this shit is gill. Like this is the most not like one of the most non things that they could ever add. Like, okay, sure, great.
Good, great, grand,
Did someone
wonderful.
really need?
No yelling.
Did someone really need this clarification? Is what I'm asking. Did you really need that clarification?
That's one that I think they just did it because they felt better about it. They're like, we like it, so we should just do it. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, trade items are now displayed in the log window. Following online statuses will now also display when display class or job icon with nameplate is selected. A bunch of party leader stuff, recruiting party members. You know, just enabling the max number of things that the nameplate can show.
New accents for portraits. There you go. You got
the Palace of the Dead one is really cool. That's for those who didn't figure it out. Yeah. The one on the left is Palace of the Dead. The one on the right, I think, is that Heaven on High?
Heaven on High. Yeah, it's Heaven on High.
It is. Yeah. Just making sure. Like, because I was like, yeah, those are the pagoda. That's the pagoda on the left and the right. Yeah.
New portrait accents for adventure plates have been added. I'm guessing that's a Fru adventure plate for people.
That would be a pretty safe guess, Sly, given Gaia's right there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's
so. Congratulations to those who have cleared Fru. Yeah. That's a pretty baller fucking accent for an adventure plate. Not even gonna lie.
That's a lot going on, is what it is.
So you will know someone cleared Fru. Like, hey, this is my adventure plate. Hey. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I'd also like to back up real quick. I want to back up. Do you think these accents are just for clearing the top floor or for soloing the top floor? Are these Necromancer and whatever the Heaven on High one is, or are these just because the pumpkin and the other thing are just? I want to
say they're clearing. I want to say they're clearing.
Solo. I think it'd be way cooler if they were solo. There's an ultimate thing right after. It's like we know. I have an ocean fishing one for 3 million points. Like they do the outrageous conditions for them. There's a big fish one, Sly. Like, come on. I want to say those are solo.
Okay. We'll see. For all the G posers out there, depth of field effect has been adjusted. So you on your pictures you get more of a bokeh effect now, and you can kind of dial it in.
What is I mean, I guess that's a bokeh effect, but I hadn't.
Yeah, where you know you're focused in, but your background is kind of blurry.
I've never heard it called that before.
Yeah. Like I learned about this when I was setting up the camera I got like so many years ago. Yeah, you can pretty much dial in the bokeh effect and depth of field and yada yada yada. You get new stickers, new patch 7.2 logo. Adjustments have been made to the blacklist. So, in accordance with measures introduced in patch 7.2 to help prevent the identification of account IDs that are not displayed in game, relevant save client data has been reset. We apologize for any inconvenience caused and ask for your understanding as we introduce these measures.
Now, I will say this. I made the assumption that client data has been reset means that everyone was given new ID values. I don't know 100% if that's what has happened here, but I think if they were doing it as thoroughly as possible, they would have reset everyone's values. So I hope that's what this actually means by a reset, because that's what it should. That's what it means logically to me. Fingers crossed.
So players will no longer be able to distinguish between characters blacklisted prior to patch 7.2.
Yeah, they all read as character cannot be retrieved or character name cannot be retrieved. Yeah. So if you need to trial and error remove someone from your blacklist, it's kind of a pain. But if you're 100% sure about everyone on your blacklist, you can leave them as B and just never have to see their name ever again.
I don't remember who I blacklisted from fucking like 7 years ago. Shit, I don't even remember what the fuck I had for breakfast this morning. What makes you think I'm gonna remember some shit
this morning, Sly?
How the fuck if I remember? I honestly don't know. I don't even think I had breakfast.
Well, that would be why you don't remember it, because it didn't fucking happen. That's a big difference. The answer is nothing. Then you do remember.
Breakfast burrito. Now I remember. There we go.
Just making that up.
No, I actually did have a breakfast burrito. No, prepped it myself. Yeah, all the information registered on the mute list has been deleted.
Yep, Which means you got to redo your mute list if you don't want someone blacklisted. They basically just hard reset everything. Again, I hope that means that the IDs were reset also. But they do also say that they made changes to the like there's actual changes that are made on the back end. Most people are assuming it's an encryption to the information, so it cannot be picked up in the same way that third-party tool did in the first place. That doesn't mean it's unobtainable, though. Realistically, the solution is to not store that data client-side to begin with. So we'll find out pretty quickly because no doubt people are going to put this to the test as soon as possible. If not to be malicious about it, then to see if Square Enix's solution was adequate or not.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, as soon as they find out, it will get publicly posted. It means anyone who would use it maliciously will find out anyway. So it's one of those catch-22s, we'll say.
We get new text commands for the emotes, for the tome scroll, for the study, for, those that are getting, an infinite loop, and then for the days emote that's being added. So,
Dazed is probably also MGP. Could be PvP series also.
I'm leaning more towards MGP on that one.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. For data center travel, destination worlds are now listed in a random order. Because apparently people were selecting destination worlds from the top of the list. No, when I'm using this, I'm selecting to go to a specific world. I'm not going to the top of the list.
Same.
So, hey,
I guess we're not normal then.
I guess so. Additions made to the auto translation dictionary for
this is all normal, the usual end stuff, for PlayStation, new trophies, new achievements, music, sound effects. The now loading text displayed while logging in has been removed. Great.
Launcher art has been updated. They did replace the lodestone tab on the launcher with community. So that's just basically it's the lodestone. It's
the lodestone, yeah.
It's the lodestone. You can get to the community, you can get to the event and party recruitment, community finder, the blogs, lodestone. It's the lodestone, but they're calling it community. And then of course they added new backgrounds. And that's
the prelims.
That's the prelims.
Yeah, we won't have the full notes until the even. I'm asleep by the time the full notes come out. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I am.
Because I'll be live at like 1 a.m. on Tuesday. If the servers come up at 3, it's not unreasonable to expect early uptime for the main patch because there's nothing competitive. Savage will be up when the time says because there's no maintenance for Savage to be introduced in the first place. There is the chance that the actual patch comes up early, though. So,
how early are you thinking?
I mean, up to an hour. Usually it's 45 minutes if they're going to do early, but up to an hour is within. I've seen them do up to 90 minutes in the past. Like it can get. They're done early. They just let it go.
Yeah.
So
what were you about to say about crafters?
You better get up early. You want to be first on.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Well, let me go ahead and do my spiel. Crafters, gatherers, bring it in. You not you. Shut the fuck up. Don't look at me like that. You are not one of us. No. They not like us. The crafters and gatherers, bring it in. First of all, hey, how you doing? We are all looking to make bank on Tuesday. So, and Happy just, scoot it off. That's fine. We're all looking to make bank on Tuesday. So, again, cap your tomes first and foremost. There will be tome mats. You will probably be buying them like I will be buying them too. So cap your tomes, get whatever you can, and then buy whatever you can using the guild that you have. Cap your scripts, both crafting and gathering. There will be script stuff. And if you haven't done your melds, you will probably need materia. So whatever surplus of script stuff you have, make sure you have a surplus of scripts. 1, because books are probably going to be a thing. And 2, if you need to finish your melds, if you haven't finished them by now, really try to finish your melds by patch maintenance by Monday, 6 a.m. Eastern. But if you can't, make sure you have some surplus of script turn in stuff to maybe get some more material if you need it. But definitely make sure you have some script turn in stuff for books, because books are probably going to be a thing. If you are market board crafting, and we know a lot of market board crafters out there. Hi, how you doing? It's me. I'm bitches.
Hi, bitches.
If you're a market board crafting, I'd say at least have 30 to 40 mil of soft money. Just to start out. I don't know how many sets you're going to be making. If you're just going to make your own stuff, you probably need a little bit less. If you're making a lot of stuff, if you want to like make money, 30 to 40 mil of soft money into market board craft would probably be reasonable. Again, like Hap said, be ready, be up early, be up maybe I'd say 3 hours earlier than what we fucking expect, because we don't know when this shit's going to be up. But, you want to be up and you want to be ready to make money. So be ready to make money. Although, and that was my spiel for the crafters and gatherers, yada, 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 let's make some gil. Let's make some gil. Let's make some gil. Now, for the raiders who actually need shit. And there he goes. He's back. For the raiders who actually need shit, Sly's 24-hour drive-through pawn and gun, auto parts, aethological, adult gift, bait and tackle discount cigarette outlet will be open on patch. Once the patch gets up, I'll be buying the books. I'll be making the shit. From day one, I'm pretty much set. My melds are done. I am taking pre-orders. So that is right. The sign-up list is right there. You can pre-order if you want to, but before, maintenance, of course. After that, you're just on the list. You're just on the sign-up sheet. So go there. If you need to get yourself a Sly, get yourself done up for Savage, there you go. I got you. And yeah, my day one of patch will be pretty much spoiler free, because I'll just be making money. Birdman staring in the window, rubbing hands gift. Birdman. That's what I'm going to be doing. So, yeah, if you need some crafted gear, Sly's got you. I've already got a few signups. I already taken a few pre-orders. You can too. So just head to that link right there in chat. I got you. Yeah, that's my whole spiel.
Good job.
Thank you. Business.
I will be buying it off the market board on like day 3 when it's dropped in price a bunch, because all you suckers buy it day 1 when we have a week.
Yeah. People want to get their shit ready.
I need it for the extreme trial.
People just want their shit. They just want to be. They just want to have the comfort of knowing they're ready for next week and not have to fucking remember or worry about it. They worry about it first day. And that's fine.
Don't forget the extreme trial drops a weapon.
Yeah, it does. That's true.
Good reminder.
Yeah.
You also have a week of normal mode gear.
That's true too.
Yes. The true thing is that comfort is indeed priceless. Anyway, yeah, I'll be doing everything and making content all week next week. Normal mode guides, dissecting normal mode for Savage, normal trial, extreme trial, MSQ, Sunken Temple of Karn with the I call next week bank, and the week after that also bank. Because I'll be selling that new Unreal mount. I'll be saving some money on that crafted gear because I ain't got paid for all that. I got 4,000. Well, I'm sorry, it's not 4,000. It's 2,400, whatever the conversion is. I got 4,000, so the same time it's going to convert down to 2,400. I'm going to get that crafted gear made at a serious discount maybe instead, or I'll sell all the materials day 1 and that'll pay for it by day 3. And then, I got them YouTube videos. People just got to go. You just got to watch that video, and I'll be like, bam, bam, in the wallet. We good. Popping off. That's that shit we do like. That's my plan. I have to put down Xenoblade after Monday, which is a little unfortunate.
Yeah, you do. Mm-hmm.
And I still need to get back to my 13 Platinum at some point. And the Clair Obscura is in April, as is the Lunar Remasters. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I got some secrets in there, too, that I can't talk about.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I probably could talk about one of them. I'm just not going to. Reserving that information for later. But yeah, should be a fun time. And don't forget, Cosmic Exploration is April 22nd. That is patch 7.21. And then there will also be the Mammal Jaw, what's the thing other than Occult Crescent? What was the other thing? That was 7.25. Manderville, Mammal Jaw, and Occult Crescent are May 27th.
Yep.
So keep that in mind if you were looking for those particular things. Looking forward to it. Especially Cosmic. I'm actually really looking forward to Cosmic.
Yeah, same.
And I gather, though. Like, that's the thing. I don't care about crafting. But gathering, I can be down.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean? I got the Luminary pickaxe. I'm a boss. All right? I've had the Luminary pickaxe since A Realm Reborn. That's how you know I'm for realsies. I'm an OG homie. All right?
For sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
there you go. All right, and with that, that's going to be a wrap for this week's episode of State of the Realm. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Next week's episode will still be on Friday. The following week will be on Saturday because I have a lot to do that Friday, assuming that I'm done with the raid tier already, which hopefully will be the case. I also have some other things I have to do on that Friday. So it's going to be a little bit of a busy time. And that's the plan. I'll probably also have some evening streams next week with the Static Tuesday and Friday, I'd assume. Mm-hmm. And then obviously the following Tuesday is Savage, and then bam, 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 let's go. So, Sly, thanks for joining me for the little patch note discussion, as per usual.
Thanks.
Now we get to do so you got to do your spiel for the crafters. Now you get to do your spiel for signing off for the show. So get to it.
Yeah, you can find me at twitch.tv/Sly, aka Gray Fox, Blue Sky, Sly, aka Gray Fox, Twitter, Sly, aka Gray Fox. Yeah, just next week, a lot of 14. Kind of taking a break from, Mon Hunt, even though we are getting a stream next week about the upcoming content. So I'll be watching that too. And actually, in terms of bourbon content, yes, one part of my bourbon content has been a dream to do is have people from the industry come and, talk and have a few pours and whatnot. And I am blessed enough to get to do that because about a month ago, I took a vacation to Kentucky to do a little bit of the bourbon trail. And one place I went to was Pursuit United, and I met the head of experiences there named Timothy Van Riper, and I will be having him on from Pursuit Spirits, and I will be doing a blind taste test with him. And we'll be talking about bonded bourbons, bonded whiskeys, and whatnot. Just doing a blind taste test with him, and just answering any questions because a lot of people are getting into whiskey and stuff. So I feel really, really blessed to have him on. Pretty much a week and a half later, I'll have Bo Garrett, the brand ambassador for Wild Turkey, on to do a tasting. And see, now I'm reaching out to more people in the industry. My true hopes and dreams are to get Brent Elliott from Four Roses on. He's the head distiller at Four Roses. I want to get the brand ambassador of Limestone Branch, Mr. Peter Fonte, because he's just fucking amazing and he's just a proper Southern gentleman. So yeah, I would love to get him on. But yeah, this has been a dream ever since I started incorporating my bourbon content with my gaming content, and it's kind of come true. So I'm really, really kind of tearing up a little bit about that. Kind of hyped for it. So yeah, next Friday, we'll start that, and I'll have Tim from Pursuit Spirits, and he can answer any questions you might have about whiskey or bourbon or whatnot. So definitely be there.
Sounds like a good time. A series of good times.
Yeah.
Right.
And what about you?
You can find me Mr. Happy 1227 at all relevant, social medias and whatnot. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. Yes, I still refuse to call it X. Blue Sky.
Yeah.
All those places. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of content coming up next month. I still have my 11 Let's Play going, the new one. That's going to be I might skip like near patch Wednesdays just because I'll already be uploading a bunch around patch. So I don't want another upload kind of getting lost in the sauce. So if the Wednesdays are busy, I might skip weeks coming up or move them to Saturdays. That's been kind of one of the potential plans. It just depends on how busy the patch schedule looks. Yeah, I also have a handful of other things. I have the Final Fantasy Platinum series, which will slowly be uploaded to YouTube. My first video is Final Fantasies 1 through 6, which are all very similar platinums anyway. 7 to 8 video I'll probably finish this weekend, but I don't know when I'll upload it. And then the real video grind begins, because then it's 9 as its own video. 10 has to be its own video. I don't even know if 10.2 and 10 should be lumped in the same. 10.2 is, I think honestly talking about 10.2 is probably not the worst. I could probably mash those two together. There's even, Sly, the thought of a faux Final Fantasy 11 Platinum, which sounds stupid, but there is context for it, because the Xbox version has a list of achievements that are no longer obtainable, but technically would still fulfill the condition of a fake
How would you account for it?
I just prove that I have the achievement. Like literally. So there's multiple ways you can prove it. One, if it's level a job, just go to the fucking list and be like, look, level.
True.
Number two, you can just beat the content again, because it's not very hard. You can pull up the mission list to prove you have the mission done. You can go to the bards in the game, and they'll give you the respective titles from content you've beaten before. So you can be like, oh, here's the Omega title. Here's the Ultima title. I have it. So it's like proof. There's only 2 achievements that would really be shit to have to do. One of them is any of the crafters or synthesis jobs to 100. Which is awful. Synergy is probably easy, but I don't know if Synergy would have counted for that achievement. So I might not go the Synergy route. And the other is to receive the Gold Ballistar title, which is obtained from being the top placing character in a PvP match. And nobody does PvP anymore, so I'd have to wrangle stream to queue up for it. Not only does nobody do it, but you have to go to a zone, know when the registration period for that zone is, what nations are allowed to participate, because it's not in its own separate instances for Ballista. It just takes place out on the map. It's not very good. Ballista's terrible.
Yeah, it sounds convoluted, and
and you need to be licensed to enter Ballista matches, which requires a quest.
Everything in 11 requires a quest.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
14 is very much the same way. different amount of questing involved, but different amount of effort involved, but still.
Yeah.
But that's a consideration as well. I have all the mainline platinums except 13 and 13-2. So I'm about to have to go into side game hell. And Sly, one of those games I could do in potentially as little as 100 hours, but it may take me 400 or 500. And that is Itadeki Street Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy 30th Anniversary. It is Final Fantasy Mario Party.
Yeah, you have fun, champ.
I had to pay $140 to get that sent to America because it's only available in Japan. Oh, man. That's somebody gave me a workaround for that to cheat it, though. They said I just get a PSP copy as well, and I just make online matches with myself, and I cheat them.
Yeah, you have fun with that, champ.
Yeah. There's also Monster of the Deep, the Final Fantasy 15 fishing VR game. Which, by the way, is only VR1 compatible and not VR2 compatible. By the way, that was rated like the best fishing game on all of PlayStation. Mine too.
Wow.
It's like
you're
literally
actually going
one
to
of
include,
the top
You're
rated
actually going to
fishing
include
games.
that on the list.
It's a Final Fantasy game. I have to. Pocket Edition is also on that list. Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition is on that list. Stranger of Paradise PS5 version I don't have. I have the PS4 Platinum, but not the PS5 Platinum.
What's the difference?
The platform. It's the same exact. I might be able to import my save if it's saved on the cloud, and I might instantly be able to pop it, but I don't know if I have that yet. I don't remember. I have my PS4. The save would be on that. I can probably transfer the save.
This is why you don't do drugs, kids.
My drug is trophies.
Don't do drugs. Don't do drugs.
My drug is caffeine and trophies. I think somebody said in total there are 56 sets of Final Fantasy trophies available on PlayStation. If you were to account for every region, from what I understand, there are some different regional platinums. So I may need to play a game again in a different region. I have to look at that. And some of them don't even have platinums. Like Crystal Chronicles doesn't have a platinum. It has 9 trophies. None of them are a platinum trophy. Weirdly enough. They just didn't give it one. They're like, nah, we don't fucking care. Just get it out the door. It's irrelevant. Honestly, it's how that remaster felt anyway, so works out. It's very on brand. Wish me luck. They're going to remaster 13 as soon as I finish the platinum. And having to have to do it again is going to be the fucked up thing.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it, Sly, because I'm trained for it now.
I bet.
Yay. Anyway, that's going to be a wrap for this week's episode of State of the Realm. We'll be back next week with our patch first impressions. Following week after that will be our Savage impressions. And then we'll have a few other shows on some other stuff. We'll have a Cosmic Exploration show after that comes out. Same week as Claire Obscure. 2 days apart. Thanks, Square. Thanks. We're going to do a short post show, and then we will see you next week and or Tuesday morning for patch, wherever we see you first.
Yeah.
So with that, cheers, everyone. Enjoy your patch day. Good luck on getting your day one mounts so you don't ever have to do the trial again. I'll be praying for myself. Fuck all of you. It's for me. Anyway, I'll see you. We'll see you next week. Until then, bye-bye.
See you soon. Enjoy the patch.